Well, they're a perfectly executed crossing route. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. This is Jones. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Jones.
17-yard line.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And they will find Green. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Green brings it in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 19. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Try to pound it in. Kamara. He gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down at the 4.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
To even as hard as wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He went.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. It's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 39, Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One of the underrated aspects of Davante Adams' game is his toughness. He had to battle his way through injury last year, and while his numbers may have dipped, he was still the #1 target for the Green Bay Packers and their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and still one of the best receivers in the league. Constantly works on his footwork, constantly works on how he gets away from defenders in order to get open. He's a guy that number 12, his quarterback, trusts implicitly.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Second down at 7.
At the 27-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Allen Lazard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Saints nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not in the before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. Breeze now on first down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Packers 21, Saints nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Second and 1 from the 2. They'll run out of the gun with Camaro. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So
now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. P.J. Williams with a hit. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
It's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Sam.
points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Jones has it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
2nd and 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
42-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 17.
2nd and 11 now. Here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
His kick is
and he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Packers 28, Saints 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Alvin Kamara.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Breeze now. He's got Green. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 31, Packers 28.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Past the 20.
All you got to do is look it
up. Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Here's Harris to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. This one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Leaves this one with Camara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 31.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Preston Smith on the tackle.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up second.
Camara trying again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll run it with Camara. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And this is going to be intercepted. Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Aaron Jones.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Aaron Jones.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Breeze. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
3rd and long now. He's going to go down again. Christian Kirksey in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pressure again, and down he goes again. Preston Smith, and the Packers are going to win this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Rodgers looking to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering.
Now Breeze lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully